In our first community conversation, we are joined by Dr. Emily Wong, a pediatrician at UVA Health Children's. She's sitting down with Maggie.
Hello, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so back to school is coming for many kids, or some have even started already. What vaccinations are kids in Virginia required to have?
Yes, that's a good question. This is an exciting time, and while we would like all children at any age to be up to date on their vaccinations, there are certain ages that we have to be aware of because of requirements for school. And first there's age 4 to 5, which is the pre-kindergarten and kindergarten grades. They are required to have booster immunizations of MMR, which is measles, mumps, rubella, chickenpox, polio, and DTaP, which is diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis. And then the next would be at age 11. There are vaccines that we give at that time. They are required before entry into 7th grade, and that would be another dose of Tdap, the HPV or human papilloma virus. That is a virus that can cause cancer, and then meningococcal vaccine. That's bacteria that can cause bacterial meningitis. And there is another dose of that vaccine that's required prior to 12th grade.
And why is it important for these kids to receive vaccines?
So unless a child is completely isolated at home, they are going to have contact with other people and potentially be exposed to infections. So these infections could affect not only your child, but also your family and the whole community. There are children in the community who are vulnerable. We have to remember there are children with leukemia or other immune system problems that make them at risk. And then even children who are homeschooled will have contact with other children in sports or church or co-ops, so all children really do need to be vaccinated.
And talking about families, what kind of common questions do you get from parents?
Yes, a lot of times parents are concerned about whether or not it's safe to have so many vaccines at one time. And really our immune system is so amazing because it can respond to multiple organisms at the same time. So these vaccines have been tested thoroughly to make sure that having multiple vaccines at one time does not cause serious side effects, as well as the fact that they are just as effective when you give them together as they are when you give them separately. And I think that most kids would rather come in one time and have everything done at once than to come in multiple times to get a shot.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else you want to add before we go?
Yes, I just want to say that teenagers especially want to be aware of these vaccines. The HPV vaccine is most effective in the younger teens, and so if they have this vaccine prior to age 15, there are only 2 doses needed rather than 3. And also meningococcal vaccine, it's rare infection, but it can be deadly, so we do want to make sure the teens don't forget that they need vaccines too.
All right, thank you for being here and sharing this important information.
You're welcome, thank you.
Yep.